Good morning, YouTube. How are we? We are back. I look tired and rough, but hey ho. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. So, I said in my last full day of eating, I have a different diet for cardio days. So, I'm actually meant to be training legs today. However, I have to park that because I have work tomorrow. So, obviously, you might think, oh, why don't you just train legs? I work-wise can't afford to have swollen legs and be on set like this because I do push myself very hard at legs and I never seem to be okay the next day. So I can't afford to have excessively swollen legs and be walking like I've shit myself. So we're doing a run today. I've got a pair of new running shoes to try out. I will just let you know briefly after the run what they're like, but I am doing a video running through my running shoe rotation and what shoes I use for what. Do you need as many as me? What ones you could narrow it down to if you, based on your goals. Completely up to you. But anyway, we are going to get into it today. It's literally going to be on my cardio days. I do abs at home. I've got a little ab cruncher machine, and then I've got a little circuit that I do. I might post it on my fitness Instagram if you want to see that at one time, but yeah, that's what I'm doing today. And then on my cardio days / rest days, I just bump my steps up a couple K, so I'll do 12,000 steps a day instead of 10. But anyway, I'm waffling because we all know how we start the day. So I've got the pineapple oxy greens, and then I have that with B12 and magnesium. So let's get this down the hatch, and then I'll show you through my pre-run ritual. And yeah, I need to wake up, clearly. Can't even speak. So, next up on the hit list before we run is this bad boy right here. Which is, if you obviously, surely you know by now, if you follow the channel, the infamous Oxy Shred. I'm with the Cosmic Blast flavour at the minute. I have peach candy rings, peach mango. I've got a non-stim one. If you don't like caffeine, you can have that one. But yeah, this one, I love this one. It tastes like strawberry starburst, like strawberry Chewits vibe. So I'm gonna get this down and then get my running kit on and then talk you through that. But yeah, any EHP Lab stuff, there's a big sale on at the minute, Halloween sale as well that will be imminent. So code BPS10 for any discount. So whatever the bundles are on the website, say it says like 50% off the shred bundle, you will still get the 10% on top of that, so you'll get 60%. So loads of money to be saved. But yeah, let's get running. Right, so it is run time. Oxy Shred is in. I don't know what this hat's called, but some Puma hat, which is sick. It's got like a little tie at the back. One of the most secure running hats I've ever had. And then we have just got the Nike, I don't even know what these sets are called anymore. But these are the last good ones that they made. The boys at like Nike will understand me when I say this. These ones were the ones that I personally think were the last of the best, if that makes sense, because all the Nike sets after this, they just cut corners. The fit isn't as good in my opinion. The shorts are more like basketball shorts. There's no zips in the pockets. It's just, I just personally think that they're really poorly made now. But these are the new Vomero Pluses. So, they are so beautiful. But we're going to see what these are like. I'm going to go and get this run done and then see you for meal number one. So, this is meal number one. I'll run you through it once it is all cooked and put together. But let me just pop you up here. So, the run, Vomero, I'm going to talk and cook at the same time. The Vomero Pluses, sensational. Grip, I would give like a 9, comfort a 10, breathability 9, support 10. The only thing I'd say is like a 5 or a 6 rated is probably the weight of them, but maybe that's just because I'm used to a super shoe, as they like to call them. However, in my opinion, they might be the best daily runner you can buy at the minute, and I've tried a lot of running trainers. They are so good. Obviously, coming into winter, I probably maybe wouldn't buy the white and blue ones. But yeah, I just went out for a casual run. I set a time of 30 minutes, because that's what I'm doing every day, 30 minutes of cardio, and it just tells me, look, you're at the halfway point. So I normally just spin round, and I don't check my pace, I don't look at my watch when I'm running, I just go for the distance, for the time duration, and I actually run an extra 450 meters compared to where I normally do. So last time I did 30 minutes, I did 5.45k. Today I did 5.83k. So average pace of 5 minutes and 9 seconds. So heart rate 138, which is perfect for the type of training that's meant to be for. So we're all good in the hood. But anyway, that was just me waffling about running shoes. But yeah, let me get cooking. Right, whilst that is cooking away, this is technically, thought I was going to hit the camera then. What I have in this jug is slightly different to what I have on a training day. Still the same things, but I technically have it different, if that even makes sense. So technically, post-run electrolytes are going to need replenishing. So 2 heaped scoops of this. This is the raspberry refresh flavour. And then I'll have a little bit extra on cardio days of EAAs. So I'll have like a scoop and a half of this in my big jug of water. And then I will still have a big scoop of pre-workout, only 1 as opposed to the 2 that I have when I'm training, in the bottle, because this has got nootropics in it, so it helps with focus. So when I'm finished running or I do cardio, football, etc., my brain just goes to mush because I can't focus. I'm tired, I just want to sit down, I don't want to do anything. This in my water, sipping it throughout the day, just helps me stay dialed in. I'll get this edited, I'll finish content that I need to do, etc. So that's why this stays in on cardio days. And then of course, the most researched supplement in the world, everybody should be taking this daily. Like, if you're not taking this daily, then there's no point even watching this video, I can't help you. And then glutamine. But yeah, we're nearly ready to eat, so I'll put all of that in that big jug of water, and then I'll talk you through meal 1. Right, meal number 1, I'll go through the macros in a sec, but I just thought I'd show you this quickly. So this is the tablets I take. So we've got an omega-3, CoQ10, men's performance multivitamin, NMM, and then I have that in that big jug of water, and then that's just a sugar-free maple syrup that I put on the oats. So, right, ladies and gents, so this meal here is 3 medium eggs, spinach, and 5 ml of extra virgin olive oil. And then in the oat bowl here, we have cinnamon, 40 grams of oxy whey, 80 grams of organic oats, and then some sugar-free maple syrup. So that will take meal number 1 to 770 calories, which is 61 protein, 31 fat, 55 carb. The only difference between this and say like a Sunday diet, which is still cardio, is I'll have a gel pack because I'm doing a longer duration of cardio. And also I have like these protein pancakes that I make myself after football on a Sunday, because it's obviously I'll play and run a lot longer than I normally do on a normal cardio day. So I'm going to get this down because I'm starving. But that is meal number 1, and I'll see you when we're hungry again, which I'm sure won't be too long. Yeah, come on. So, let me pop you here. This is meal number 2. I use this chicken here from Gold Standard Nutrition. If you watch my other full day of eating with the meal prep pots I use, they do bagged chicken, salt and pepper, Greek Slovakia, hickory barbecue, panko. They do loads of different ones. They're really nice. So easy to cook. Just air fryer, 7 minutes, whatever it is, 190. So I have 250 grams of that chicken with some tilde rice, and then 20 grams of garlic perinade. So that's meal number 2. This is my biggest meal of the day. It's 813 calories, which takes us to 1582 for the day and leaves us with 518 calories remaining. So this is a total for the day so far is 159 carb, 43 fat, and 133 protein. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with my last meal. It's a meal that I enjoy, but it's a meal that was in the other one, but I add different things to it. So it's just what I like to have in the evening. But yeah, that is so far. To be fair, I find it easier on... this isn't for everyone, but this is for me personally. Like, I find it easier to have less meals, but higher calorie meals on my rest day / cardio days, because I feel like when I've done a run, I just then have the rest of the day to do things, whether that's washing, content I've been making. I just feel like I'm on cardio days. I make sure that I'm busy in regards to tasks, whether it's around the house, social media, etc. So I find it easier just to have like the first meal 700 odd calories, second meal 800 calories, third meal will just be 500 calories, because I feel like this is so filling. It will fill me up for the rest of the day. So I probably won't want anything until later in the evening when I sit down. So, but yeah, this is it so far, and yeah, man. Just get this eaten because it looks unbelievable. So easy meal, man. This is so easy. Like you can even meal prep this. You can pre-cook it in the air fryer, put it in a Tupperware container with rice, garlic, peronaise, just reheat it wherever you go. So easy. And because this is stored in the freezer, makes meal prep a little bit easier, because I never know where I'm working one day to the next. I literally found out today that I'm going to Manchester on Friday. So if I'd have meal prepped for the rest of the week, that would have been a bit peak. So that's why I buy convenience. Obviously, it's more expensive, but just for my personal lifestyle, I travel too much and without notice for me to be prepping meals daily. So that's just what I do. But yeah, see you in the last meal. Alright, so we've got these golden fluffy pancakes. So the hack to make these is you need to get this from either Aldi or Sainsbury's. They don't do it in Lidl. I don't think, sometimes it's in Tesco, but not all the time. But make sure it's the American style one. And then the macros on the back you need to ignore if you're like me and not using normal milk. So I took the calories off of normal milk, off of this, and added in 1 scoop of Oxy Whey and then 250 ml of almond milk. I'll add 1 square of this dark chocolate on top of there, and I'll show you when it's done. So to wrap up the day, this pancake stack is a joke, by the way. Like if you're on a diet, this is the best cheat code in the world. So I use sugar-free maple syrup, of course. We don't want them extra calories. But this meal is just on its own 591 calories for 6 fluffy pancakes. It's 53 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat, and 33 grams of protein. So this meal being the last meal takes us to 2,213. So my daily calorie target is 2,100. But on, as I said to you before, cardio days I have a little bit more. Some people like to do it the other way around and have higher calorie days when they're doing weightlifting training, and lower calorie days on their rest days / cardio days. I do it the reverse. I have 2 days where I have slightly higher calories, purely because my cardio days, I don't always do them at like a zone 2 or recovery. Sometimes I do sprint work, sometimes I do tempo runs, and sometimes I do a long run. So I like to have my bigger calories on them days because I just feel more fueled, and it's a bit easier for me in regards to recovery for the next day. So that takes our total for the day to 174 grams of protein, 53 fat, and 213 carb. So perfect numbers for me. I'm eating this, and then tomorrow I am out at work, and then I have got to go from that work up north to more work. So if you are following the channel and want to see some behind the scenes of what I get up to modelling, tomorrow I'm not videoing, but Friday I will be working with Disney. So I will try and get some behind the scenes stuff. I'll show you what I'm allowed to show you. But yeah, I'll take the Osmo with me, and we'll get some clips. And so it's annoying though, because I play football on a Thursday night, which I'm going to miss now. So a little bit annoying. So I need to check my train times and stuff, see whether I have time to make to go to a gym either in London or in Manchester. I'm not sure what time I'll get to Manchester, so it might have to be a pure gym job, because if I'm working on Friday, by the time I get home it's normally like 9:30. So I would rather just do Friday session on Thursday and then have Friday as a rest day, train on Saturday, and then football on Sunday. But other than that, hope you guys have enjoyed the vlog. Road to shreds. We've got 5 weeks till holiday, so I am dialing it in. Probably will drop calories in a week or two if my weight doesn't move, but I will be, when I hit the 4 week mark, I will push cardio up to 40 minutes instead of 30. And yeah, I want to drop 10 pounds, so doable in 5 weeks in my opinion. Just consistency and trying to make sure that the non-negotiables are hit, i.e. morning cardio, daily steps, don't miss workouts. If you do have to miss a workout, work around it. The only issue for me is when I'm traveling with work, it's hard to like make the meals I want to make. So I normally just go with foods that I can track the calories. So like Subway, for example, is really easy for me. I try and stay away from like convenience eating when I'm traveling for work, just purely because the calories add up. Like I remember last time I went to work and I was going up north, I picked up a few things that I thought were like relatively alright, mate, and I'd done like 1100 calories and it was like 4 things. And I thought, like, yeah, anyway. I'm eating this and then I am fucking chilling out because I've got a bag to pack, make sure I've got everything, supplements, everything packed and ready for work. So, hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.